All right, guys, it's brew day. We are going to be brewing American wheat ale today. So the first thing you have to do when you start the brew process is sanitize all your equipment. So let me show you what we have here. I have a funnel, and I'll go ahead and put this in our sanitizing solution here. There you go. This is Star Sand solution. Let me show you what we're working with here, right here. Star Sand, and this is a sanitizer. So you only need to put whatever you're going to use in here for 2 minutes, and take it out and set it someplace clean. We're going to use our little bung hole stopper. This is really our little air stopper for our carboy. We'll use our blow-off valve, put that in. There you go. I've got a little beer thief here because I'm going to test the gravity of our wort or our unfermented beer when we're done, and against the fermented beer, so we can get what the percentage is, the alcohol by volume is of that. And the most important tool, or one of the most important tools, is the old hydrometer. We definitely want to put that in there and sanitize it. So after 2 minutes, I'll go ahead and take these items out and put them someplace nice. You don't even have to rinse these babies off. Of course, the hydrometer's not going to want to stay down there. It's going to want to measure the volume. Look at that. Boing. But I'll take these out and I'll set them aside, and then we'll use the sanitized water to go ahead and fill up our 6-gallon glass carboy here and sanitize that before we start the brew. I've removed our items that we needed sanitized from our sanitized solution here, and now I'm going to just go ahead and put them in, or pour the rest of this solution into our carboy. And remember, this Star Sand, you don't have to rinse your items off. You just put them in there, let them sit for 2 minutes. There they go, and you're good to go. It's a no rinse sanitizer. So let me go ahead and pour this into there, and we'll get started. Okay, I've got a 7-gallon pot here. I was going to do this outside, y'all, but it's raining, so I'm just doing it inside on the stove. But I've got a 7-gallon pot. Right now it has 2.5 gallons of water in it, so we're going to go ahead and bring this to the boil. Alright guys, I've had to move outside here because my stove would not get hot enough to boil 2.5 gallons of water with this pot. So I'm outside. And what we're going to do here is pour in our malt and stir it in. You can see it's extremely thick. Alright, now we're going to put in these Willamette hops. And we're going to boil this for 60 minutes, stirring as much as we can, all the time. We're going to stir. Alright guys, it has been 45 minutes and we're still boiling away. I'm going to add these Cascade hop pellets here at the last 15 minutes and stir these in. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and chill our wort down as quickly as we can. And that's what we have here now is wort. And we'll want to chill it down really, really quickly, because this is a prime time for bacteria to go ahead and grow in your wort. And wort is nothing more than unfermented beer. So this is basically beer. So we'll go ahead and finish off here and move back into the house. Okay, we've got our wort in the sink in an ice bath. So we'll let this cool down to about 80 degrees. Maybe 75, and we'll go from there. While we're waiting for our wort to cool down, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 gallons of cold water to our primary fermenter. Our wort has cooled down to 80 degrees. So now we're going to go ahead and add this to our fermenter. And that's what it looks like. So what we're going to do now is continue to add water until we reach our 5-gallon mark, which when I was sanitizing this earlier, I marked with this pherometer, okay, which tells you, the temperature of what liquid you have in your carboy. So I'll go ahead and add a couple more, maybe another pitcher or two of water to this, and we'll move on to the next step. We'll have exactly 5 gallons of wort, unfermented beer. Now we're going to aerate this simply by just moving this around back and forth, shaking it up a little bit, just moving the carboy back and forth. You want to make sure you get it mixed. At this stage, I'm going to use our beer thief here to go in and take a sample of our beer. We'll pull this out. We're just going to test the specific gravity of it. And then we'll just simply drop our hydrometer in here, and we'll get the weight, the gravity of the beer. And I won't be able to pick it up on the camera, but I'll tell you what it is here in a second. All right, that's as close as I can get it, y'all. It's about 1,040. Now, after the fermentation process, we will take another gravity reading of this and subtract it, and I'll show you the equation that we're going to use to get the alcohol percent by volume of this. So it's a very simple thing to do. You just have to know how to do it. That's all it is. So right now, I'm going to take our hydrometer out for a momentito. And I'm going to see what this tastes like, y'all. Cheers. It's going to be pretty good when it's got some carbonation to it. Very hoppy and spicy as well. It's really quite sweet. It leaves almost like a molasses on the back of your tongue after you drink it. Not bad. Not bad. Here's our packet of yeast. I sterilized the scissors and I sterilized the pack as well. So what we'll do is go ahead and pour this into our wort. There you go. And this is a really cool science experiment because this yeast is going to eat the sugars and it's going to leave two byproducts. It's going to leave alcohol and it's going to leave carbon dioxide. So basically your yeast is pooping and peeing in your beer and that's what we're going for, is the alcohol. We'll release the carbon dioxide as we go. Now the last step in this tutorial is we're going to add our air stopper to this, which has been sanitized. And then we'll go ahead and put in our blow-off valve. So when the yeast is, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So when the yeast is releasing the carbon dioxide, you're gonna see the bubbles through here. And I'll try to get that in a shot or two when the fermentation starts to occur. So there it is, y'all. That is the initial steps of making home beer. now it's just a waiting process. We're going to wait for 2 weeks. The fermentation process will start in about 48 hours. So if you look at it, man, it's already, see, and yeast is already working a little bit. But our next part 2 of this video will be bottling this, okay? And the carbonation, instilling the carbonation to the beer, which is a very unique process when you're doing it at home. I think you guys will enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Like, share, subscribe, Google Plus, follow me over there, all that stuff. And I'll see you in a couple weeks, and we'll see what our beer tastes like.